What's up, you degenerates? Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we sift through the mountain of bullshit to find those golden nuggets of knowledge.
Sounds delightful.
Today, we're diving deep into the world of internet celebrity.
Oh, yes. Those attention-hungry fuckers who somehow managed to become famous by posting selfies and cat videos.
You've got a shitload of info from Wikipedia to unpack.
A veritable treasure trove of internet history.
And lucky for you, our resident brainiac is here to help us make sense of this whole clusterfuck.
Let's cut the crap and dive in.
So, what the hell is an internet celebrity anyway?
It boils down to the fact that the internet has democratized fame.
Meaning?
Anyone with a smartphone and a Wi-Fi connection can become a star.
So basically what you're saying is talent is irrelevant.
Well, it's not quite that simple. It takes a certain level of charisma, strategy,
Okay.
and, let's be honest, a healthy dose of luck.
So you're saying any idiot can just point a camera at their face and become the next big thing?
The barriers to entry have definitely been lowered.
All right, so how the hell did this whole internet fame thing even start? Was it like those dancing hamsters from the early 2000s?
Yeah, it goes way back, man.
Way back.
Think the Wild West of the internet.
Okay.
The 90s. It all started with forums and blogs.
Forums? You mean those archaic message boards where people argued about which Pokemon was the most badass?
Exactly. Back then, people were hungry for connection.
Connection.
And community online. These early platforms gave them a voice.
Right.
A space to express themselves. And let's face it, a place to argue with strangers.
So basically, the internet was a breeding ground for trolls and keyboard warriors from the very beginning. Nothing's really changed, huh?
Well, the tools have evolved, but the human need for connection and self-expression remains the same.
So how did we go from shitposting on forums to, like, YouTubers making millions by playing video games in their underwear?
YouTube.
Yeah.
The land of opportunity where teenage gamers can become multi-millionaires.
Multi-millionaires.
It all boils down to the YouTube Partner Program and a little something called AdSense.
AdSense. Sounds like some kind of financial voodoo.
It's actually pretty straightforward. YouTubers who meet certain requirements can join the Partner Program. This allows them to display ads on their videos.
Ads.
And every time someone clicks on those ads or even just watches them, the YouTuber gets a cut of the revenue.
So basically, those annoying ads for online casinos and erectile dysfunction meds are the fuel that keeps the YouTube money machine running.
Pretty much.
Mind-blowing, right?
And here's the kicker. Over 300 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every single minute.
Damn, that's a shitload of videos.
That's an insane amount of content and an even more insane amount of potential ad revenue.
No wonder these YouTubers are living in mansions and driving Lamborghinis.
It's a lucrative business if you can crack the code.
But it's not just YouTube, right? What about those micro-celebrity types I keep hearing about? The ones who are, like, famous for being vegan or having a really good ass.
Ugh. Micro-celebrities. They're the influencers who've carved out their own little niche in the vast landscape of the internet. They might not be household names.
They've got a following.
They've got a dedicated following who hang on their every word.
And buy whatever crap they're peddling.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is that they often cultivate this image of authenticity.
Authenticity, bullshit.
And transparency. They're seen as more relatable.
Okay.
More down to earth than your average Hollywood celebrity. They're the girl next door.
Right.
The guy you could grab a beer with.
Oh, it's Assad, right? They're probably just as fake and narcissistic as any other celebrity.
Well, there's definitely an element of performance involved. But it's undeniable that micro-celebrities have tapped into a need for genuine connection and relatability.
Okay, so we've got the YouTube giants, we've got the micro-celebrities. What about the rest of the world? Are there, like, internet celebrities in other countries doing weird shit we don't even know about?
Oh, absolutely. Take China, for example. They've got this whole Wang Hong phenomenon that's absolutely blowing up.
Wang Hong. Sounds like some kind of Chinese finger trap.
It literally translates to web celebrity.
Okay.
And it's a massive industry in China. We're talking billions.
Billions.
All driven by internet influencers. These Wang Hong are selling everything from cosmetics to cars.
Damn, China's taking this internet fame thing seriously.
They've got a different model.
Different.
Unlike Western platforms like YouTube, which take a hefty cut of ad revenue,
Right.
Chinese platforms like Sina Weibo give their influencers more control.
Okay.
They can directly monetize their content,
Smart move.
cutting out the middleman.
And keeping more of the profits.
The end result is the same. Internet fame equals big bucks.
Now, if you want to talk about weird shit, we need to venture into the land of the rising sun.
Japan.
Japan. Get ready for some mind-bending internet celebrity trends,
Like what?
like net idols and VTubers.
Ah, yes. The digital denizens of the Japanese internet.
Wait, VTubers? What the fuck is a VTuber? Are we talking about, like, virtual reality strippers or something?
Not quite. Imagine an anime character hosting a YouTube channel. That's essentially a VTuber.
Hmm.
They use these digital avatars to entertain their audience often while remaining completely anonymous.
Okay, so it's like a puppet show. But instead of puppets, we've got these digital anime creatures.
Hmm.
Japan always manages to take things to the next level of weirdness.
It might seem bizarre, but it's incredibly popular. These VTubers are building massive followings.
Really?
And there are entire agencies dedicated to managing their careers.
So it's like the ultimate escape from reality.
Exactly. And for some, it's a way to express themselves and connect with others without the pressure of revealing their true identity.
This is all pretty wild, but let's get down to the real nitty-gritty. How the hell do these internet celebs, from YouTubers to Wang Hong to VTubers, actually make money? It can't all be from those crappy ads, can it?
Oh, it's much more sophisticated than that. We're talking about a whole ecosystem of money-making opportunities. Endorsements, sponsorships, merchandise, brand deals, affiliate marketing, the list goes on.
So basically, it's like a giant capitalist orgy where everyone's trying to grab a piece of the internet fame pie.
Pretty much. It's a complex and constantly evolving landscape. But the bottom line is that internet fame can be incredibly lucrative. These influencers have figured out how to monetize their online presence, turning their followers into customers and their content into cash.
All right, let's take a quick break before we dive into the dark underbelly of internet fame, the scandals, the drama, and the inevitable downfall.
All right, so you want to talk about the dark side of internet fame. We've seen how these digital darlings can rake in the cash and build empires, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows, is it?
Hell no. We all know those internet streets are paved with broken dreams and shattered egos.
And enough drama to fuel a reality TV show for a decade.
So spill the tea. What kind of
Aw.
fucked up shit goes down in this wild world of internet celebrity?
Well, for starters, there's the whole cancel culture phenomenon. These internet celebs are living their lives under a microscope. One wrong move, one ill-advised tweet, one offensive joke, and bam, their career can go up in flames faster than a pile of dry tinder.
It's like they're constantly walking on eggshells, terrified of saying or doing something that might trigger the outrage mob.
It's a double-edged sword, right?
How so?
On the one hand, it holds these influencers accountable for their actions. They can't just spout hate speech or promote harmful ideas without consequences.
Right.
But on the other hand, it can be incredibly unforgiving with people being ostracized and their careers ruined over mistakes from their past or even just misunderstandings.
Like the internet never forgets.
Yeah.
Every dumb thing you've ever said or done online is preserved for eternity, just waiting to be unearthed and used against you.
It's a cautionary tale for anyone seeking internet fame. You're essentially trading your privacy and freedom for notoriety and potential wealth.
And even then, there's no guarantee of success. And the fall from grace can be brutal.
It can be swift and merciless.
But it's not just the threat of being canceled that makes this whole internet fame thing a bit messed up, right? What about the psychological toll it takes on these people?
That's another crucial aspect that often gets overlooked. Imagine constantly being bombarded with comments, messages, and notifications, both positive and negative. It's a relentless assault on your ego and your sense of self.
Yeah, I can see how that would mess with your head. It's like being trapped in a feedback loop of validation and criticism with no escape.
Exactly. And then there's the pressure to maintain this perfect online persona, to constantly churn out content that's engaging and entertaining.
It's a recipe for burnout and anxiety.
And let's not forget about the parasocial relationships that develop between these influencers and their fans. These fans feel like they know these internet celebs personally, even though they've never met them in real life.
It's like those creepy stalker types who become obsessed with celebrities.
Right.
But instead of sending them letters and lurking outside their houses, they're sliding into their DMs and leaving weird comments on their posts.
It can be incredibly intrusive and overwhelming for these influencers. And when those parasocial relationships sour, it can get ugly. We've seen instances of fans turning on their idols, harassing them online, even making threats.
It's like they feel betrayed when these influencers don't live up to their idealized image. It's a reminder that this whole internet fame thing is built on a foundation of illusion and artifice.
It's a performance, a carefully curated presentation of a persona that may or may not reflect the actual person behind the screen. And the lines between reality and performance can become blurred, both for the influencer and the audience.
Okay, so we've talked about the dark side for these internet celebs, but what about the viewers, the fans, the people who are consuming this content? What's it doing to their brains?
That's a whole other can of worms. We're talking about the potential for addiction, comparison, and a distorted sense of reality.
Yeah, I can see how spending hours scrolling through Instagram looking at pictures of people with perfect bodies and perfect lives could make you feel like a complete loser.
It's a recipe for dissatisfaction and low self-esteem, especially for young people who are still developing their sense of self. And then there's the echo chamber effect, where people are only exposed to information that reinforces their existing beliefs.
Yeah, it's like the internet has created these little tribes where everyone agrees with each other, and anyone who disagrees is immediately labeled a heretic and banished.
It's a dangerous trend that's contributing to polarization and division in society. People are becoming more entrenched in their own ideologies, less willing to engage with opposing viewpoints.
So it's like the internet is not only messing with our mental health, but it's also tearing us apart as a society. That's some bleak shit, man.
It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but it's something we need to be aware of, to talk about, and to address.
Well, that's enough doom and gloom for one day. Let's shift gears and talk about the future of this whole internet celebrity thing. What's next? What fresh hell awaits us?
All right, let's crank up the speculation machine and see what the crystal ball has in store.
So we've explored the underbelly of internet fame, and it's a shit show. But let's wrap this up on a less depressing note. What does the future hold for these internet famous fuckers? Are they here to stay or what?
The only thing certain about the future is that it's going to be weird as hell.
I heard how.
We're talking virtual influencers, the metaverse, a whole new level of digital insanity.
Virtual influencers, you mean those creepy CGI models who shill products on Instagram?
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's only getting bigger. These digital avatars are becoming so sophisticated, they're practically indistinguishable from real humans.
So you're saying that in the future, we'll be getting fashion advice from a computer-generated image with a fake ass and abs.
It's not just about fashion. These virtual influencers are promoting everything, from cars to cryptocurrency, and they're doing it with remarkable effectiveness.
Why the hell would anyone trust a virtual influencer? It's like taking financial advice from a talking cartoon.
Think about it from a brand's perspective. These virtual influencers are completely controllable. They never age, they never get tired, they never get caught in a scandal.
So they're the perfect brand ambassadors.
It's a fascinating evolution of marketing and celebrity culture.
Yeah, this whole thing is starting to feel like an episode of Black Mirror. But what about the metaverse? Isn't that just some bullshit tech buzzword that everyone's throwing around?
It's more than just a buzzword. The metaverse represents a convergence of virtual reality, augmented reality, and the internet.
So it's a persistent, immersive digital world where people can interact, socialize, and even conduct business.
Exactly.
So it's like Second Life, but on crack.
Think of it as a parallel universe. You can create a digital avatar, own virtual property, attend virtual concerts, basically live your life online.
And how do these internet celebrities fit into this whole metaverse thingy?
They're already establishing themselves as major players in the metaverse. We're seeing virtual concerts headlined by VTubers, virtual fashion shows featuring digital models, and even virtual real estate being bought and sold by internet celebrities.
So it's like the internet is evolving from a platform for consuming content to a whole new world to inhabit.
It's a brave new world, full of possibilities and potential pitfalls. And, as with any technological advancement, it's up to us to shape its development and ensure it's used for good rather than evil.
Well, that's a pretty profound thought to end on. So there you have it, folks. The internet celebrity landscape is a wild, wacky, and constantly evolving shit show. From YouTube stars to virtual influencers, from cancel culture to the metaverse, we've covered it all. And one thing's for sure, it's only going to get weirder from here.
Remember, the internet is a powerful tool. Use it wisely, stay informed, and don't let it consume you. And if you ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed by the digital madness, just log off and go outside. The real world is still a pretty amazing place, even with all its flaws.
That's some sage advice. So until next time, you beautiful degenerates, stay curious, stay skeptical, and don't be afraid to question the bullshit. Peace out.